FNaF news. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin, and today we're going to be talking about Funko, Youtooz, Hex, the FNaF 2 movie, and more. Now, starting off with the Hex news, we got a new look at the Funtime Freddy plush. As we can see here, they did change the design of the head, with the old version being on the ground next to him, and I've got to say, it looks so much better now. The snout looks a lot better. Overall, the face, it seems the face is more centered instead of just being, spread out. So I think it looks a lot better, a lot more like a final version of the plush. But it might not be, because we did find out this is not the next wave of Hex plushies releasing. It is going to be the Security Breach plushies. We got the trading cards revealed for these guys. There's Glamrock Freddy, there's Glamrock Chica, Roxanne Wolf, and Montgomery Gator, and these are all going to be releasing next. On the topic of plushies, Funko revealed a new plush, which is the Jumbo Gingerbread Foxy. Now, this is a very strange thing. First of all, why are they making a jumbo of this guy? Very random character to do, Gingerbread Foxy specifically. Also, it's a Christmas-themed plush. It's not Christmas right now, it's Halloween, so I feel Fredbear would have been more fitting. But they're making this. I don't think it's the worst plush in the world, so personally this could be kind of cool, but I don't see a reason for it. It's happening though. But Funko did reveal a really cool thing, which is the Withered Golden Freddy pop figure. This is one of our first pieces of Withered Golden Freddy merch, and I think it looks really good. It's been a long time since Funko has made a pop figure of a Withered animatronic. The last one was Withered Bonnie, and that was years ago, so having a new one here is really exciting, and they did a really good job with it. He definitely looks very withered. You can see a lot of little spots on him. He's got a lot of dirt on him as well. Looks pretty accurate to Withered Golden Freddy from the game. I'm happy with this. And it is actually kind of shaped like Withered Golden Freddy. It's not just a reskin of the Freddy pop figure, which I'm very happy about. They've really been killing it with these guys. I believe they might be making pop figures of the rest of the Withered animatronics later on, and judging by this guy, I think those are gonna look awesome as well, so I'm excited for that. Speaking of Golden Freddy, we have another merch product, which is a Golden Freddy, which is this FigPin of Golden Freddy. Not the character Golden Freddy, a Freddy made of gold. This is a new FigPin that just released, and only 500 of them will be made, so get them before they sell out. Well, I mean, I don't think they're going to be super valuable, since there are going to be 500 of them, and I feel like pins aren't that sought after, at least not this type of thing. So just get it if you want it, I would say. Moving on from FigPin, let's talk about some figures with Youtooz, who is going to be releasing a new wave of stuff on October 27th. This is a pretty small wave, I believe. From what we can tell, it's just going to be the 4 monitor buddies, as well as some Roxanne Wolf merch with the slippers and the, laying down weighted plush. So not a very exciting wave there. It's kind of just some random things mixed together, because Roxanne does not relate in any way to the FNaF 1 monitor buddies. But we do have some more news on Youtooz as well. They recently did a Q&A, and my boy Johnny Blocks compiled a list of what they said. First of all, the FNaF 3 print will be teased soon. The DJ Music Man pin will apparently be released in a future wave. The Phantom plushies are going to be releasing Q1 or Q2 of next year, and the figures will be released before that. They're open to the idea of book characters, which actually could be pretty interesting. I would love to see stuff like Sparky as a figure. That would be fun. And they do have a new type of FNaF light in the works. I don't know exactly if that means a new type of light, not the nightlight, or if it just means a different nightlight character, but that's going to be happening. I already mentioned it before, but they said the Roxy weighted plush is going to be releasing this month as a part of the Halloween wave. They're working on ideas for shadow figures and plushies. That could be actually pretty interesting. A shadow Freddy or Bonnie figure could be kind of cool. Would be weird for them to do Shadow Bonnie before Toy Bonnie himself, but I'll take it. There's an unwithered yellow rabbit plush in the works. I don't know why they would really need to do that, but I guess easy reskin. FNaF Movie Wave 2 includes 3 figures and will likely be released in December. Matt Pat, likely Ness, will make an appearance. So one of the figures, as it says there, is gonna be Ness. I believe we also already know one of the figures is gonna be Abby, and the third figure I think is gonna probably be Balloon Boy, so I think that's going to be the wave of figures. Number 10 is that a Fredbear figure might be coming soon. They don't confirm it there, but since they said that, I assume we will be getting a Fredbear, which sounds interesting since we don't really know what Fredbear looks like. Maybe they mean Nightmare Fredbear, which would make more sense. But I guess we could maybe get a new Fredbear design, which would be pretty interesting. Toy animatronics are coming in the future, and there are no plans for Into the Pit figures. Also, no plans for Circus Baby, Ennard, or Glitch Trap sitting plushies. A lot of information there, but some pretty exciting stuff there. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with the Shadow figures. Also nice to see some info there on Wave 2 of the FNaF movie wave. And speaking of 2 and the FNaF movie, we have some news on the FNaF 2 movie. We've got some interviews here with some of the cast. We've got, first of all, Matthew Lillard, who said, "I'm really thrilled. I think the script's fantastic. The whole cast is great, and I think we're all excited to come back. I think we learned a lot in the first film. I think the second film was going to sort of benefit from those things. We're all excited about where the movie is at right now. I think the filmmakers have done a great job of learning from the first movie of what fans want, and I think they're giving a lot more of that. It's going to be more exciting, and I think it's going to have more action. It's going to have a lot of character development stuff. It's hard to kiss around it. I think the story ends, and this movie ends in a really exciting way." Honestly, some of that stuff I don't really know what he's saying. Like, he says, "I think the story ends, and this movie ends in a really exciting way." Because there's going to be a third movie, so the story's not ending here. I don't know. We also have some stuff here from Josh Hutcherson. He says, "You never know. I mean, I love working in this world. Emmett Tammy, our director, is phenomenal, and with my character Mike, I think the possibilities are endless. This could have a very potentially long run, and it could be a lot of fun, but at this point, we're focusing on the second movie. We'll see what comes after that." He also says it's much bigger, the stakes are higher, there's more animatronics being brought in, different animatronics being brought in, and the world just opens up in a big way. I think the fans are gonna flip for it. It's gonna be a lot of fun with the source. It's gonna be scarier too, actually. So not any big info there, but it seems they're very excited about the movie. It seems they think the movie is gonna be a lot better than the first, and apparently plays around with the source in a cool way, so maybe we'll see some good references there, or some good plot points with the lore. I don't know, but I'm very excited to see. Along with that, Blumhouse is also doing a sweepstakes for the FNaF 2 movie where you can win a trip for 2 tickets to the premiere of it. It says you've got to be a member of the Van newsletter. I don't know if that's a paid for thing. I didn't really look into it because, I mean, I'm not gonna win, but if you guys are interested, I will put a link to that in the description. With this being advertised, we also got some new looks at the logo for the FNaF 2 movie. It's just Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in the FNaF movie font, not anything too extreme. I assume we'll get a more detailed one later on. And of course, we just got the poster for the FNaF 2 movie. This thing looks so good. As you can see, it's got Toy Freddy peeking out from behind a curtain, and honestly, I can't believe this is a real thing. Although you might think it is at first glance, this is a real animatronic of Toy Freddy. It's not CGI. That's a real guy right there. Somewhere in the world, this thing is roaming around, and I think that's awesome. They did such a great job with this guy. But yeah, I think this looks awesome. It's pretty interesting to see such a shiny version of Toy Freddy. I would have expected them to be a bit more matte looking. I don't know if they'll be a bit dirtied up in the actual film, or if they'll actually be this shiny. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, the first poster for the FNaF 2 movie is here. It looks amazing, and I cannot wait to see the rest of the animatronics. We also just got a plush by Kidrobot, which is 4 feet tall. This sounds pretty cool until you find out that it costs $400, which is just insane. I don't want to spend $400 on that guy. I don't even think the design's that good. I think he looks kind of ugly. So $400 for that, just not worth it at all. And it gets worse if you live outside the US. The shipping gets crazy for that thing. Dawko, I don't think that's worth it. Don't buy it. But if you do live in the US and can get one of these things for $400, it exists. Some more merch news here. The new FNaF Tubbz Ducks figures have just released, And along with this, we now know that 2025, next year, they're going to be making more, and one of them is going to be Mangle. A Mangle rubber duck seems pretty hard to make. I'm very curious how they're going to pull that off. I really hope what they do, though, is have the endo head be a tiny rubber duck and have him off to the side. I think that would be funny. Very curious to see what they do with that. We've also got a new FYE soda. I think it's supposed to be something kind of spooky, maybe, for Halloween, or they just are running out of ideas and they released a mystery flavor. I will say, I've tried the mystery flavor. I won't say what it is, but it's actually pretty good. I think it might be my favorite flavor they've released so far. For some reason, it's also in a different bottle shape. This is a different shape than the bottles usually are. I don't know why, but there he is. And then some miscellaneous merch that's kind of weird is that we've got these little plush hangers from Just Toys. We've got this Springtrap backpack, which looks really odd, I guess. I mean, I'll just say it looks bad. It looks terrible. But that's all the news we have today. So, if you want to subscribe, you can click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch one of my last news videos, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, you can click that button over there. And I'll see you when we get some more news on the FNaF 2 movie.